about uh, Logger, how to use Logger in the Spring Boot application. How to use Logger in the Spring Boot application. Okay. Now, before we go further, we need to know that what is the need of Logger. Basically, Logger is used to track the application activity. It is used to track the application activity. Let's say the application example, let's say file has been inserted, data has been removed, employee has been deleted. So a lot of applications, if you see any application, right, there has been insertion, updation, deletion, lot of activities is there, right? So Logger can track each and every activity. Okay, it is used to track what, like uh, data added successfully, data added successfully. So who added, when added, okay, right? Successfully, data added, successfully, or else data removed. Okay, like employee deleted. It might be anything. Okay, right? It might be anything, right? Okay. Now suppose here, uh, whenever you work in the project, right? Instead of using print statement, even we can use Logger for debugging purpose also. Logger we can use for what? Uh, we can track application activity for debugging purpose. As we can use. So for debugging, best to use, we should not use print statement. So people will use what, no, print statement, SOP. Will they say that, okay, inside the service layer, inside controller layer, right? Okay. Now suppose if for debugging purpose, no, we should not use SOP. We can use SOP. We can use, or we can use Logger. But SOP is not a recommended way to use. We have to use what? Logger we have to use. In SOP, we have some drawbacks are there. We need to use Logger for that. Okay. Now suppose see in SOP what happens, no? Let's say you have one function. You have one function, right? Okay. Example, right? Okay. Example. Let's say this is the add employee function. Inside this function is written something like string or something. Inside this function, you are putting a print statement, SOP, employee added. Now developer, while development time, he can just see the logs. Okay, SOP statement he can see employee added again, right? Okay, but now here, this it suppose the code has been pushed to production side. Okay, now you have lot of functions are there. Each function is printing some message, means it is very difficult. Okay, right? And then suppose when you're showing demo to some other person, client or somebody, no, they don't want to see all these things and all. No, you want, they are saying you are remove this thing and all. So it is very difficult for you if you have print statement. If you have print statement, it is very difficult to remove all these things. Okay, now Logger is there. No, Logger is like a pluggable. Okay, right? Instead you can use what, no, Logger dot info employee added. Instead of print statement, what you can do, no, Logger you can use. Now Logger, if you see here, right, the message has some meaning is there. Okay, right? Here just a print message only. But here in Logger, no, you can tell that what type of message we can tell that what type of category of the message. Severity you can tell. Whether this is a warning message, whether you can info message, you can tell that one. Whether warning message or info message, every message you can set some levels, but in print statement you cannot set these levels on them. It's just a print statement. Okay, and print statement, if client says remove all the print statement from all the function, it is very difficult. You have to go and comment it out again. If you want to see, means it is very difficult to add again. but loggers are pluggable. Easily we can on and off we can do. Okay, right? If you see print statement, no, logger is what is easily pluggable. Easily we can on and off the logger and all. Okay. Now suppose here for debugging purpose, all we can use it logger. Now suppose if you see uh, in the Spring Boot application how to use logger, it is very simple. So we'll see one demonstration how we can see the logger. Okay, and then we have lot of drawbacks is in print statement. So in drawbacks of print statement, what no? I'll just write like this: or as print statement SOP versus logger. So in the project, you should not use SOP. You should use logger. Logger is just to tell some information, like employee has been added. Suppose you're working in the project, which is like healthcare management something. So if any patient book an appointment, means you should log the message. Somebody booked the appointment like that. Somebody has cancelled the appointment like that. Okay, right? Instead of printing the message, you can set the logger. So generic message, simple message. For each message, we can set the level, what type of message it is. For each message, we can set the level. Log has a levels. What type of category of message? Nothing but category of message. Category of message. Okay. I'll tell you. For each message, we can set the level, category of message. Okay. Now suppose I'll tell that is log levels. You say it as what? No. We say it as log levels. If you see practical, it is very easy, but theory you have to understand. Okay. Here in SOP, we can print simple message. We can print here. Now, in SOP, no, SOP, we can print only what, no? We can print only in the console. Output will be displayed only in console. Logger, no, output we can display. Output can be displayed in console or file or databases. Okay, right? Output can be displayed. That is the option is here. Okay. So the main thing is we should not use SOP. Instead of SOP, use logger. That is the intention here. Okay. Next, no proper formatting. No proper formatting option. Here it has formatting options. Like you can display, you have a lot of formatting options are there. I'll tell you the formatting options as well. Okay. Now we'll see this one. Now I will take a Spring Boot application and I'll try to add a logger. Now, for working with logger and or in Spring Boot application, okay, steps to work, steps to, okay. I guess no need to tell a lot of steps. I'll just go with directly practical. Let me create a new project, create a new Spring Boot Spring Starter project. Say the name as logger, Spring Boot logger demo. Spring Boot logger demo. Then here Spring Boot logger demo. Okay, now I'm going to add only the web dependency and dev tool. Okay, it's like a print statement only. I'm not using data layer, service layer and all. I'll just make it simple, one controller, and then I'll click on next. I'll click on finish. Now when you create a Spring Boot project, it has by default logger dependency added. Suppose I given the name as Spring Boot logger demo I gave. If you see the POM file, Spring Boot parent, when we add, it adds logger also. By default, Spring Boot comes with the logger as well. Log back, it is there, log4j. Everything will come, logger will come. Okay. So now I'll just create a one simple controller, and then I'll try to add a logger here. So what I'll do, I'll create a one controller class. I'll create a one controller com dot. Inside this controller, I'll be creating one employee controller. I guess everyone might be aware, for controller you need to mention @rest controller. Then we can add request mapping if you want. Request mapping slash API slash v1. Next, I can add it here. One message public. I'll just put a string only. String add employee. Simply. To make things simple, I'll just use get mapping only. You people can use it different. Other, but this does not make sense. I'm just making as a get only because okay, I'll just mention here view employee, and then I'll make it as here. Okay, or else let me make it simple. No need to be have lot of things. I'll mention here message display info. I'll create. I'll put a message otherwise. This simple controller. This is simple controller. Whenever we call this message, it prints welcome all. It prints. Okay. It prints what welcome all. It prints. Okay. Now suppose right now we if you see the properties file, we don't have any port number. So by default it runs in port number 8080. Now suppose what we'll do, we will run this application. We will be running this application. Right click, run as Spring Java application you can run. Now this is the logger. See, when you run, no, because as we discussed in Spring Boot tutorial, Spring Boot does internally lot of work by itself. Okay, it has lot of auto configurations. So this is the log information which is giving information to us. Can you see here? It is this is the time Spring Boot need to configure server Tomcat by itself. So it is saying as is a log message. See, started Spring Boot application. The port number for Tomcat is 8080. This is the log information. So it is telling to us in the console. Okay, there is server is there in the Spring Boot application like that. Okay, right? Now suppose this is a log here. So by default, Spring Boot has a logger support is there. So this is how this log is displaying here. You can just go to the output and then just print localhost colon 80 80 80 80 slash API slash v1 slash message. It is saying welcome all, right? It is saying welcome all. Okay, right? It is saying welcome all. It is saying. Now here, can you see here? This is a log it is showing. Now suppose this log, no, we by default it is having the log is on. If you go to properties file, logging in the properties file you have to do configuration. Logging dot root, logging dot level dot root is equal to, I can say off. By default the log level was info was here. By default log level was info was here. I can just change it to off. I can say now since I did off, see no log is printing. See, since this is the old one, leave it. This one is easy. I use here what off edit not printed. But now suppose you give info, you give this dependency. Now you should know that what is it log info all those things. Okay, right? Now basically I have told you here for each message we can set the level. We can tell that what type of message is this is the this message is very important or which has less severity like that. Every message has some levels. So this you should know about log levels. So if you see this image, this is one image is there. Now suppose here, if you see log, if you see all means, if you see all no, see this is a different levels of messages there. Off means nothing. Fatal is least one. Error is there. Error means something. Error means something issue in the application, right? If you set the level as error means it will print error also, fatal also. If you set the if you set the level as info means it has a priority like info, warning, error, fatal. If you see trace has the level as fatal. This all the level it is there. Trace has what all these levels are there. If you say all means it prints all the levels message it prints. If you say info means info will print info also, warning message also, error also, fatal also it prints. Okay. Now suppose here if you see off nothing will be printed here. If you see off nothing will be printed here, right? Okay. Now what we'll do now? We will add a logger into this application. In the project, you people can use it logger in the service layer also, inside the control layer also, wherever you want. To use logger, right? Very simple syntax is there. Inside the class where you want to apply logger, okay, right? Okay. Inside service controller, right? You need to use this one syntax. Logger factory from SLF4J package. Okay. Logger factory dot get logger. Inside this you need to write a employee controller. It is not showing the option dot class, and it is a private static final logger. Okay, this is the always same syntax you should write. Logger factory dot get logger. Suppose if you want to write in the service layer, you want logger means you can write this line of code. Logger factory dot get logger. The class name will be changed here. Employee service will come. I'm using logger in the controller. Now suppose inside this logger you want to print a message. So you can just print what? Logger dot c info. You can add a info. Info means, see, you can tell that when you can write an info message means suppose whenever employee is added into database means it is the information you can display in the console. Okay, employee has been added like that you can mention. So you can mention here employee added. Okay, like this you can just mention it here. Okay, log has a level, so I'll just mention here log info. We will just write these levels. Let's see the levels what. I'll just mention here trace debug info warning. Trace debug info warning. These are different levels of logs are there. Okay, just this is a message only. You are printing the message, but before that you are telling that what type of level it is, log level it is. Okay, in print statement you just print like this inside great like that. But here logger, see, you will write it logger dot like this you write. So this is trace message. This is trace. I can put here. This is debug. This is info. This is warn. Like it, you can just mention a message. Now suppose here I'll save this code. I will save this code. already dev tool is there, it is getting saved. Okay, now what I can do now, I'll call this controller now. Now see what are the messages is printing. See what are the messages is getting printed. Okay, now I have saved the code. Now go to the browser. Now see, this is my console. It is printing this many logs. Okay, now if I refresh, now I got what greet I called, just this message. Then I have given 4 logs I given here. But what I printed here, it got printed what here? Info and then warning. Info and then warning. But debug and trace has been not printed. See, because I given the level as info, right? So info will print and then warning also print. If I give debug means debug will print, info will print, warning will print. Don't think this one by line if you give this line, but this level is the main thing here. This level. If I give info, see, error will print, warning also will print, info will also print. This is a level. This level you clarify this image. Okay. If you keep log off, nothing will print. If you keep all will print. Okay. So here I give an info. Now suppose I will give log as debug. I'll give. Now see here I'll change the property to log as debug. But debug means lot of inside Spring Boot also has that option. It will print that also. You can just see. I changed here debug. This debug means lot of things is getting printed. See, Spring Boot has lot of debug options also here. Now I will run this application. See, this is debug, this is info, this is warning. Along with this one, Spring Boot has lot of built-in codes are there. That is also getting reduced. When you want to know internally how everything is working, that time you can go for the debug. Okay, right? So by default, it has the info level is here. Info level is here. So you can keep info. Info you can use. So you can use this message info warning like that. Okay, right? Now suppose here, if I use info, it is getting warning and info. This is the message. It is getting printed. Okay, now these messages are getting printed in which one? Console. Okay, right? This message is getting printed inside the console. It is printed. Okay, right? Now suppose, and you can see the format also. You can see the format as well. Format is getting printed today's date and time. All this message, info message level is info level, warning level. These are which thread it is getting running, all this, right? You can format this message and all. How can you format? Means basically you go to properties file, you have the formatting options are there. So this is the way you can format the code. So logging dot pattern dot console, these are for formatting in the console. Percentage d for date format, and then y for year, month, date, hours, minutes, seconds. If you don't want seconds, you can remove the seconds. And which thread it is running you want to remove, you can remove it. It's up to you how you're writing. These are message, these are slash n. Okay, right? Now I can just change some message here. So I don't want all these things, thread, level, logger and all. I want only message. See now what will happen. See now I save that one. See, I got only time, and then I got what time, I got only message. See, you run this controller class also, you got this is info, this is warning. See, and slash n is given for new line options, or else logger will print in single line. See, all the logger will print in single line only. Okay, so you can use this one. Okay, now here this is thread, which thread it is running, main thread, all the things. Okay, this is a level, this is a level 5 we given here, right? If you give level 20, it will give space, more space it will be given here. See, okay, this is the level. After info, how much length of this character to give space. If you give 5 defaultly, which will look good. Okay, it is coming with 5. See, this is the logger character, 36 character to be appended here. If you give 100, it will give all the full package name, everything, like the 36 character will be appended here. See here, these are not required, just I'm saying. It is very bigger, it will display. org, Spring Boot, very bigger name will come. So you can shortcut to 35, 36. Some default it is there, values which will look good. Okay, So this is how level you can print the logger inside the console. It is getting printed. Okay. Now suppose here, now logging advantage, what I told is print statement is only display the print only. You don't have formatting. But here in logging, I can print format. See, I can print formatting, all those things. Okay. Now here, now for logging, I can print inside the file also. I can print. Now suppose what I can do is I can print inside the file also. For printing in the file, I can just give some file name. So logging.file.name logs. I'll give my log.log file. I can just tell what here, log to a file. These logs I can store in the file as well. Okay. Now logging.file.name logs is the folder slash my logs. So my logs folder will be created in my project here. Okay, it will be created in my project here, but right now I don't have anything here. Logs, you can see once we run, and then we can tell what is the pattern of that also. So pattern, we can tell that what pattern we wanted to store it in the file also. We can tell that. So the same pattern we can tell. So we can tell that logging dot pattern dot file, what pattern it is, the same pattern we can store it in the file also. Okay, this is the file pattern, this is the console pattern, this is the file pattern, this is the console pattern, this is the console pattern. Now the file name is will be mylog.log. That's all. Now if I run this one, I saved here, I run it, Spring Boot has been restarted. Now as soon as I run this application, it has been rerun. You can refresh this one. You got one file. See, because I have DevTool, so I'm not restarting each and every time. If somebody don't have DevTool, means you have to stop the server, you have to restart it. Okay, logs I've got here. See, logs you can store. Now in the file permanently it will be stored. Now you can track it what was happened in the application. Okay, right? Now suppose you can just try like this. You can run this controller so many times. So you can just refresh this file, close and open again. You can see this is info, this is one. Employee controller has been called. So you can track these applications like this. This is how logger you have to use it. So you can apply logger wherever you want. Very simple thing is you have to do what? Just this property file you can configuration, you can do it. I'll paste in the uh, video description. Okay, and then here you need to use this one, that's all. You have to use this one inside the class wherever you want, which class you want to apply the logger. Just change the class name here, which class it is. And then you can apply the logger. Okay. Thank you all. Okay. Thank you all.